Quilts carry memory. Quilt making becomes a way that elders and the next generation stay close to one another. My name is Elaine Yao, Associate Curator and Academic Liaison at the Berkeley Art Museum. I've been challenged to provide the 101 on African American quilts in 101 seconds. An African American quilt is simply a quilt made by an African American artist, quilt maker, typically for African American families, their communities, or telling stories about their communities. In the show that I curated, we'll be featuring 90 quilts from BAM-PFA's quilt collection, alongside a grouping of quilts made by the African American Quilt Guild of Oakland, along with other contemporary artists, to really show the expanded field of quilt making today. What makes the quilt collection at BAM-PFA so special, first, is its size. In 2019, we were donated over 3,000 quilts, the majority of which were made by African American men and women with ties to the San Francisco Bay Area. Because of that, the storytelling and the insight into history that we now have through these objects is really extraordinary. So many of these men and women were of the migrant generation who left the South during Jim Crow, also during World War II. Now we have this ability to tell this part of history and how so much of Bay Area culture is inflected with Black Southern culture. They can be improvisational. They can be narrative quilts that are meant to tell a story. They can be political quilts, a direct kind of resistance. What I would love for people to walk away with from the show is a real appreciation for the cultural values that sustain African American quilt making, memory keeping, honoring one's history, creative ingenuity, and creative freedom. Quilts are interesting because they are functional as well as artistic. The way that they live with people in their everyday lives, how they represent people and feelings that are so deeply personal, is what makes them really special.